Hello and welcome to the next A-League watch-along early Monday mornings. I'm a tired Rowan, but we move. It's Melbourne City versus Central Coast Mariners. I hope everyone is all good. Hello, how is everyone? There's going to be a lot of hair adjusting as the mornings usually are. We're not as bad as I thought I'd be this morning. Ooh, we'll drop myself down a little bit. Move. How is everyone today? I hope everyone is okay. Mariners versus Melbourne City going to be a very, very fun game. We'll talk through the lineups. So, for Melbourne City, it's Glover in net, and then it's Atkinson, Reese, Good, and Jameson. Long ball already over the top. McLaren can't get into the end of it. Metcalf and Griffiths, then Nabood, Berenguer, Noon, and then Jamie McLaren up front. The high-flying Jamie McLaren just can't stop scoring recently. So I don't think I've done a Melbourne City watch along this season. I'm pretty confident. I don't think Melbourne City have never been on a Friday, so I've got an opportunity to watch Melbourne City. And obviously, I've watched a couple of Mariners games. Mariners obviously flying in the league game. On the Mariners bench, it is Galloway, Tuzbake, Colosose, Grusio, Luna, Tilo, and Sutton. And then for quite a strong side, I think you've got to keep your eye out for Jamie McLaren. He's unstoppable recently. He is unstoppable. And then City on the wing, though. Good tackle. McLaren puts the ball in. It goes to the back post. It's headed away. Oof. And then it's a good block. It was Noon at the back post there. But it was Stefan Negro who gets the block away. And gets the clearance, puts it to Arena on the wing, who's cropped down. But speaking of Arena, the lineup for Central Coast Mariners is Birigiti in net, and then it's Negro, Tongic, Rowells, Clispe, Nisbet, Bozanic, Ballard, De Silva, then up front is Arena and Matt Simon. In there it's Boom and Pierce in net. On the bench is Boom and Pierce, Janetta Hall, Hatch, Casella, and Alu Cool, the man who is sort of the bench player, but comes off the bench and can just score goals. Seemingly just doesn't stop scoring them off the bench. But this game's kicked off we're 2 minutes in. Already been an energetic start. Move that lineup. Nope. Move that lineup. There we go. So it's Simon versus McLaren today. I think Jamie McLaren scored the most goals out of the two strikers today. Jamie McLaren, though, doesn't actually have his own page, because I can't look. But Matt Simon, 12 matches, 6 goals for Matt Simon. I think that were 2 of them penalties, if I'm right in saying. And then if we load up Jamie McLaren's stats, Jamie Mackey, 10 games, 11 games, 10 goals. Genuinely unstoppable as it stands right now in the A-League table. This game is 1st versus 5th. Mariners also top of the league. Unreal, unstoppable recently. But, good switch play. Jamison does really well to stop it. So it'd be interesting to learn sort of the Melbourne players, because I haven't watched. As I said before, I haven't watched any this year. Bapping Game Fam says hello pal, hello. And Eggaz and morning Kyle, I hope you're all good pal. This early morning. It's not even early morning, it's only 8 o'clock, but it's early. I was up last night watching Fastlane, so bit tired, but we move. There we go. Sort this out. Oh. But yeah, it's been a good early start, lovely. That's lovely footwork. And there's going to be a great free kick opportunity if Arena's been tackled by the captain for Melbourne City, who is... I don't know who the captain is. Good? No, not Curtis Good. Is it Reese? Not Nuno Reese. Or Ries, I'm guessing, is it? Right, I think when he let it could be at Jameson. It probably is Scott Jameson. It is the captain Jameson who fouls. Big wall for Melbourne City. It's a 4-man wall, something you don't see often. Ridu Menanungu has gone for half-time 2-2. You're going for an then Curtis Celebrate, hello pal. Go for 2-2 at half-time, Ridu. Oh, Melbourne likes to score goals to the Mariners. 3-0. De Silva's going to stand over it. And it just blazed over the crossbar. But by Bozanic. Yeah, it just absolutely blazes over the crossbar. Poor. Half-time 2-1 instead. You're changing it to 2-1. Had a change of heart. I'm just going to check. Everything's alright, yeah. Everything is alright. The audio and stuff like that. Obviously, we've got some more watch-alongs coming up. We'll have the watch-along on Wednesday morning with the early. We'll do it with, there's another double early, because obviously it's the international break over here in England. So there's no leagues, and in Europe, it's the international break. That's a great ball over the wing. That's a really good ball over the wing to De Silva. Tries to play through Matt Salmon, but he just doesn't get cleared. It's a poor miscommunication there from Bozanic, who kicks out of play for a City throw-in. So Melbourne City, for the English fans that are watching, you may be known familiar, they've got the Manchester City link. So, do you know, like they're very similar to the New York City FC. It's the circle badge. So, and the light blue colour scheme. If you try to find sort of your comparisons. But yeah, Jamie McLaren is seemingly just on fire recently. And he's speaking to the man. Long ball over the top. Can't get onto the end of it. De Silva does really well to keep it in play. And Matt Salmon will lose it. So it'll be a tough game for Mariners to come into this. I mean, if you look at the Mariners' sort of recent fixtures, 2-2 with Perth Glory on last Sunday, then a 2-0 win over Macarthur, a 2-1 win over Perth the week before, and then a 3-2 loss to Adelaide in that mental game that we watched with the Tommy Urich hat-trick of penalties. So if we can get a game like that, I'm not complaining. Melbourne City, they've scored a minimum 2 goals in their recent game, the Mariners, and then for Melbourne City, cleared away. We're noon through to McLaren, but can't get onto it. In the most recent game, beat Macarthur 3-0, beat Melbourne Victory 6-0, and then beat West Sydney Wanderers 2-0. Love a clean sheet recently. In the past 3 games, 3 clean sheets and a minimum of 2 goals scored. So they love a clean sheet and they love a minimum 2 goals. So hopefully we can get more. Noon does really well there. Just his second ball just isn't good onto the wing. You know, I tell you what, City passing it around really convincingly here. Cutting in between. Mariners just can't get rid of it now. As the cross comes in, McLaren's offside. It's his hand. It has a hand. It's a penalty. But it's going to be checked. No, it is offside. It is offside. So Jamie McLaren was offside. It does hit the hands of... I think it hits the hands of Rowells. But because Jamie McLaren was offside, no penalty. But early calls in this game. Yeah, he's very clearly offside. Very clearly offside. And it does hit the hands of Rowells, but because of that decision, no penalty now, no penalty. But earlier, Jenna Kurt says hello, bro, again. Hello, Kurt. I just realised I need to load up. You need to load up the scoreboard. So what happens? I'll load that up. Also, I've gone for a different the way of doing the lineups today. Just something a little bit, just to change it up a bit. Because sometimes, in fairness, for once, it's the 2 clubs who don't do the formations. Most teams on their Twitter lineup reveals do the formations, which really helps. Mariners and Melbourne City don't. Who do you think's winning this one, King? It's going to be hard to look past Mariners, just top of the league, flying high, but Melbourne are playing very well. I think 5th is sort of an unfair positioning based on recent form for Melbourne City. The better Melbourne side. I'd go Mariners, but not by much. I think it's going to be a very, very close affair. De Silva, though, put it back. Tongic. Rowells. Switch, just playing out of the bag. Mariners just seemingly can't get out their own half so far in this game. But obviously, yeah, because it's an international break in Europe, we will have some more A-League games. So we've got Wellington Phoenix versus Melbourne Victory. That's at 8:05. Again, 2 teams that I don't think I've covered. This thing is, Arena tries to get in behind. Good defending there from City. Good defending from Melbourne City. And then Josh will be live on that Wednesday at 10:20 with Perth Glory versus Sydney FC. A good game there. And then I'll be live on Friday for the Melbourne City. Back again. So luckily today I get to sort of learn a couple of the players' names. And then it's Western Sydney Wanderers, who I obviously do know. Spurs Bet, we're saying 550 odds for some reason. Oh, Sports Bets, we're saying 10-6 odds for Central for some reason. I mean, Matt Simon tackled as he's tried to get through on goal. Good defending there from Melbourne again. Ball over the top. De Silva will chase, but he goes straight to the keeper. There's the keeper. Glover. Goes straight to Glover's feet. I don't know, I think I sort of said Mariners were favourites. Yeah, I don't know what the bet's like. What's Sky saying? Sky Bet. Where's Sky Bet? There you are. See what Sky Bet are saying on this game. I don't know if they actually have Australian odds. I've never seen it on my football tab. Football, Melbourne City Mariners. Melbourne City are the favourites on mine. So, really does go both ways, doesn't it? Also won 3-1 to Jamie McLaren to score the first goal. Then whack a quid on that. Make £3 profit. Can't complain at all. Oh, you definitely wouldn't have heard that, but my stomach with a proper rumble there. This game, not got off to the quickest of starts. It's noon in the midfield. Just gives it away again, but well won. Back in the midfield. It's Metcalf now on the wing. Back to Noon. Ball over the top. Berenguer, squeeze it! And good defending from good keeping from Birighitti. But Berenguer in the midfield finds himself in behind, tries to square across to Jamie McLaren. And Birighitti does really well to just come across and collect the ball. Stop it from going further into that box. Put my phone on mute. Melbourne, Mariners have just lost it in the midfield again. Just the passing just hasn't been on point so far. Can't get it through to Matt Simon or Urena. Not finding any men to get it to. Good long ball to the wing. To Jamison. Who's pushed up. Does really well to outstrength Tonjik, and then Tonjik fouls him. Stupid foul there from him. Stupid foul there from the centre half. From Sudan. He does. Jameson does really well to tap the ball close down the wing. Tonjik comes across, tries to outstrength him. Jameson saying, I'm not having any of that. Got bonus bet on Central Free. On Central Free, $80 if Central. You know what, mate? I'll be rooting for you if Central do win. I'll be rooting for you, actually. Can't complain at $80. Cross comes in. Headed and it was Griffiths who jumps up high. He probably beats everyone. No one anywhere near him. But dude does just head it wide. And Rice and Griffiths is born in Stoke. He's English. Oh, he's one of the ones where he's lived in Australia for ages. No, played for Blackburn, Gretna Green. Oh yeah, he has played in Australia for 11 years nearly. I'll let him off. Sorry, but I started born in Stoke. Griffiths again. Al Muslim, Matt Simon there, something you don't see often. Arena's still at the back. Send back to Glover. Falls into a bit of lost possession there. Sort of Mariners' first opportunity at getting to attack onto Melbourne City. And it's still not cleared. The press is working great for Mariners now. When they force Melbourne back into their own half, it's worked like a dream. And Mariners will actually get the ball under the feet with Birighitti, the keeper. Put through to Rowles, back to Birighitti. Again, I talked about Mariners pressing. Good pressing for Melbourne City. Birighitti does really well to find. Well, who's that on the wing? Who's pushed shots on there? Was Nisbet? Oh, it's Negro. Who, he's such an awkward name to pronounce. If you know who I'm on about, A-League fans, it's such an awkward name to Stefan Negro. It genuinely just sounds like saying a racial slur, and I'm. Yes, mate. What are you up to? A-League, mate. It's A-League morning. Thank you very much for coming in. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that nonsense, all that YouTube stuff, and the notification. That's a great ball onto the wing. That's a really good ball onto the wing. Clisby puts an early ball in, and was that first corner of the game. Good defending from Reyes. Now Jack Clisby on the wing. Just finds himself in so much. Gee, no one marking him. No one marking him. I think Clisby had way more time than did Trask to play the early ball through to Arena. But good defending there from Reyes. The short corner's taken. Clisby whips it in. It's a good ball. It's gone to the back post of Matt Simon. And Glover will collect. So have a poo. Hope everyone is alright. Hope everyone is alright this morning. Got good tonight. I forgot for a lot of you Australians, it's the evening, innit? That's a great ball across to the wing. To Noon. Still Noon. Because it's a good ball in. Tongic doesn't win it. Cleared away by Rowells. Goes back out the wing. To Noon. To Jamison. Good initial ball in. Finds for Berenguer. Back to Jameson. Manchester City, good team. Mariners are tough. That's the thing. It's first versus fifth, but I genuinely think that's due down to games played, I'm sure. Yeah, Melbourne have still got 2 games in hand. By the way, this makes everything. If Melbourne win this and then win their next game in hand, they go 1 point behind the Mariners. It's such a close league. It's sort of the beauty of the A-League right now is it's so close. West Sydney Wanderers are 4 points behind Mariners. Adelaide are 4 points behind Mariners with a game in hand. Macarthur are 6 points behind. Melbourne are 7 points behind, but they've got them 2 games in hand. And Sydney, 8 points behind, but them 2 games in hand. It's also close. Do you remember? Of course I remember you, mate. Of course I remember you. And Kurt says he's not happy. Manchester United game, yeah. It wasn't the best, was it? It really wasn't the best. Oh. At least you're out of the cup. You don't have to worry about that. I know most United fans would have wanted to win that. Most United fans 100% would have wanted to win that cup, but you can't do anything. By the way, Matt Simon has been forced to practically play as sort of holding midfielder just because they can't get the ball to win. It feels like an Arena does really well to win it in the midfield. Gets out to Matt Simon, who plays a first-time ball but can't find anyone. And so normally you'd expect Matt Simon to be there, getting on that late ball. Instead it was I think it was Ballard who pushed up. Got to be on the wing though. The boot to Metcalf outside the box. Metcalf has a shot. Good block. Still Metcalf. And the flag goes up. But great attempt by I'm going to guess Charlie Metcalf. Connor Metcalf, great opportunity from him. Just takes outside the box, hits it with his left. And it's just blocked by, I think it was Kyle Rowells. I think it was blocked by Rowells. Opens his body up. Well done, Kurt. Well done. Looks like there's an injury in the midfield. A lot of injuries. A lot of people are clutching the thigh. Oh, just in the thigh there for... I don't even know who that is. I do apologise. Thank you very much, Joshua. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's Nuno Reis, the player who's down. The Portuguese centre-half. No, sorry, the Swiss centre-half, my bad. He's Swiss. He's from Switzerland. No, he's Swiss name. But, oh my God, he's played everywhere. He played at Sporting at Beeb for plenty of years. Has then played in Greece, in France, in Belgium, in Bulgaria. Last club was Levski Sevilla. Joined Melbourne City in January the 18th this year. And it looked like Reis still holding his leg. Played 5 games for Melbourne City this season. It looks like there's going to be a very early change here. A really early change for Nuno Reis. I'm just trying to see what the medic is saying to him. I don't think the change is going to happen immediately. I think they might get a bit of that magic spray on. But I think that, yeah, the change has happened. It's going to be Luna coming on. And Adrian Luna, the Uruguayan centre-half. He's going to come on here. Centre-half for centre-half. Hi, Joshua. You don't need to... I know you're here. I know you're here. Don't you worry. But Luna coming early force change for Melbourne City in defence. Not what they want, especially if it gets later on and they're having to chase the game. You're not going to want that change to happen. You want as many utilities as you can. De Silva wins the initial. Simon doesn't win the header, but he's still outside the box. It's a long ball back to Kyle Rowles, who does really well to stop it out. Negro then plays it through to De Silva, and he just puts out play. I like Daniel De Silva as a young player. I'm getting this rest. He's not young. Yeah, 24. He's young. So attacking. We'll play for Roda. Such an attacking-minded midfielder. He just tries to create so much for this Mariners side. Not many assists this season, but when I've just watched him play, there's something about him. He always shows that energy to win the ball back. Speaking of winning ball back, it's Mariners and it's Tonjik. Just heads it into the midfield to Jack Lisby. That's not Jack Lisby. You know me. It's Bosnich, but it's a counter-attack. It's a poor ball through to Jim McLaren. Berenguer just can't get it through. Oh, again, there's Ballard again. Takes out the midfield and just plays a poor ball through to the wing. Just the distribution hasn't been there from the Central Coast Mariners in this opening 20 minutes. But Melbourne will bring it out the back here. Good ball. That's a great ball in behind Tonjik. Good defending from Tonjik. McLaren will still get the ball back. All by himself as it stands. Ball chipped through onto the wing. And it's going to be a foul on Tonjik by Noon there. Craig Noon just had his hands all over him. Very clear foul. Craig Noon again, another EFL leg. If you look at the A-League, it is just full of former EFL players. I mean, Craig Noon, Plymouth, Exeter, Brighton, Cardiff, Bolton. I genuinely think if you look at all the English players, or really any of the names, I'm very confident every team you could find a player who plays for like 4 EFL clubs. You're not happy about the Glazers, mate? Why are you not happy about the Glazers? They brought in Bruno. I know that people aren't fans of him, but they spent a bit of money on Bruno. Good ball over the top. Birighitti forced to head it out. Good, risky goalkeeper for Birighitti. Comes out with a diving header. Played onto the wing. Not crossed in initially. Noon tries to get the ball and good defending there from Mariners. Does get a throw. Really good defending from there from Mariners. But great attacking. Again, Craig Noon had a really good opening start. Getting a lot of the ball. Just can't get that final ball into the box. It's interesting what fans... It's mental just to see fans back in again. I say it every week. But at one point, we were still there, but we were still so far away. Header's won. Birighitti has to get down quick. And he does get down quick and catches it. It's a good high ball in by Craig Noon. It's a really high ball in. And then the header's on. I think Kyle Rowles has just caught ball watching. And Nabu just wins the header. But doesn't put really much on it. And it goes straight to the hands of Birighitti. But Melbourne City are really rolling now. The wind is in their sails. The wind is in the sails. You want the Glazers out, Kurt? You want the Glazers out? Trust me, there are a lot of clubs that are in a worse situation than you. A lot of clubs. Ball sent all the way back to Glover. But Melbourne City now have really found their foot in this game. Is it chucking down here? Chucking it down, but they've really found the foot in this game, really dictating it. As it switched all the way across. It's going to be a long ball over the top. And he's still defended well. Great. Does really well there to hold up him in the midfield. That was Bosanic. Ball over the top. Glover is just forced to hoof it out and just kicks it straight out of play. Just kicks it straight out of play. Both keepers' clearances have just not been there. Birighitti and Glover. I mean, Birighitti, the more risky defender, I think we could say, with that diving header in the middle of the pitch. Tongue though. Plays with Kyle Rowles. And Mariners really need to get things. Daniel De Silva has found himself so much open space on the left, and he's never been used. Tonjik puts it onto the wing. Good defender there from Melbourne City by the captain Jameson. Throwing will be taken by the Mariners. I mean, this game, really, nothing much yet. Nothing much as of yet. And it's going to be cleared away. A poor first touch again. Luckily, they do come away with it. Tonjik will just go all the way back. Will just go all the way back to the defenders. Mariners just can't keep the ball in the Melbourne City half. And I don't know whether that's the press of Melbourne forcing them to go all the way back to Birighitti, or them just not having the options to play it up front. And again, it was nice attacking football from Negro there, who moves up, and then just no options. And Matt Simon's forced to come and sit CDM, and the ball's been given away here. Played immediately back onto the wing, and it's given away again, this by Melbourne City, and now given away by the Mariners. Jesus Christ, it was Nabbit there who wins it back, and then loses it again. The quality of football just hasn't been on there so far tonight. A lot of poor first ball. A lot of no people creating space for these poor defenders trying to get it out, especially for Maris Clisby's just giving it away from a throw-in. Luna keeps it in play, but it's going to be cleared. Atkinson tries to take it past one, and he'll go out for a throw-in. Good defending from Clisby there. Morning, Rowan. Hope you're all. Same with you, Chris. Same with you on this fine, lovely Monday morning. Hope you're all good, pal. And De Silva is going to be fouled by Atkinson. Easy shirt pull. Looks like De Silva is limping there for the Mariners. He's going to be a huge player if he does have to go off injured. Nah, he's alright. He'll run through it. Atkinson does really well. Thing is, Atkinson does really well to the step-overs and nearly get past him. De Silva sticks foot and gets a little foot to him, and then Atkinson just throws him to the floor. But it is absolutely chucking it down. Chucking it down in Melbourne. Obviously, we've got a couple of streams. The F1 streams, they'll be back this weekend. They'll be back. It's just the one stream on the Sunday. Being Bahrain, I think that's at 2 o'clock. If I'm right in saying, I think it's at 2 o'clock, so don't you worry. And luckily, it's not long. It's only, it's at 4 o'clock, sorry. It's only a 2-hour race. It's 4 till 6. But it'll be a very interesting race. Obviously, first one back of the season, not starting in Australia, starting in Bahrain. I think that is Bahrain. Is it the hour circuit as well? It's the regular one with the long straight. Yeah. Be a good game. Will be a really good game. I'm looking forward to it. Good game, good race. Sorry. Just good to have it back. Yeah, good. All good now. Rooney Neal's gone now, probably because Carlisle are playing. It's Carlisle curse. Who have you got this weekend, Chris? Let us know. Or if you play midweek. Don't know who Oldham have got this week. Back to Glover. Glover's forced to hoof it out. Just cleared away. A good game of keeper tennis. No, keeper tennis, defender tennis as it stands right now. Simon will press Glover again. Glover is going to be forced to clear it out. Does really well, calm. Keeps a good level head. Now to Jamison. To Beddinger. But switches all the way across to the fullback. To Nabut on the wing. Good defending from Jack Lisby. Who've Oldham got? They play tomorrow against Exeter. Good midweek game. Later on at home tomorrow. Cambridge at home. Cambridge is always going to be a tough game. Then we've got Leighton Orient at the midweek. Orient always, Cambridge always a tough game. That's a great ball in behind. Could Jimmy McClaren get to it? He can't. Good defending. He seemingly had that pace on it. But Kyle Rose does shut it out well. What's next games for Man United, mate? I don't know. I'm not a United fan. I'll have a look for you. Man United, they play Brighton on Sunday the 4th of April. Obviously, we've got the international break. So there's a huge gap. There's a huge gap. Obviously, there's the World Cup qualifiers. Won't be doing any Watchalong. It's Paul in behind there. Berringay now. Inside the box. He's got a man the other. Doesn't opt to use him. Squares it into midfield. Jamie McLaren. What a finish by Jamie McLaren. Puts it to the back of the net. What a finish by Jamie McLaren. And puts them 1-0 up. Puts 1-0 up. 9 goals in the A-League, Jamie McLaren. And 1 goal against the Central Coast Mariners. It's a lovely finish. It's just a lovely smooth counter-attack. Metcalf plays an amazing ball through to Berringay, who holds it up. And then Jamie McLaren wide open. Great finish, side foot shot. Just, it's a lovely placement by McLaren into that right-hand side of the thing. Birigitti's nowhere near it. It's an amazing finish. And seemingly, Jamie McLaren can't stop scoring. And that's another one to add to his goal tally. It's another one. 90 goals now in the A-League. He's the 3rd highest goal scorer. Big ass for Carlos, mate. Players now 3 points and with 3 games. Has there ever been a 0-0 in the A-League? Mate, the way the A-League's been playing this season, I genuinely don't think. I'm going to have a quick scan. 1-0, 1-0. 4, okay. We haven't had a 0-0 so far yet, and we're at the end of Feb now. Nope, still not a 0-0. There we go. Last 0-0 was on the... Clisby's on the win, though. Clisby chips it in behind. Just kicks it out of play. Just goes out of play, though. But Jamie McLaren, just seemingly unstoppable. And yeah, Chris, 20th of February was the last time there was a 0-0. 20th of... Mental. That is such a long time away. 31st minute, it's a look, and I think the praise has got to go to Berringay there. I think Craig Noon just drags a defender out to the left, and Jamie McLaren just finds himself in open space. And Melbourne City get it out of their own box there. Risky defending from them. Did really well to get it out, but just very unselfish there from Berringay. Could have easily gone for himself. Instead, he waits, he pulls in one defender, squares it across to Jamie McLaren. As Chris said, A-League, the GOAT. Similar the GOAT of the A-League right now. That's 12 goals this season. I think in 13 games, 12 games. Seemingly can't stop scoring. I mean, when you look at the strikers in the league, I think this is a great battle. McLaren versus Simon. Simon not scored as many goals, but he does just get involved a lot. But seem invisible in this game because it's outside the box. Oh, good stop by Birigitti. It was Luna had pushed up, plays through McLaren, hits it with his left, and Birigitti just parries away outside for a corner. But Jamie McLaren has seemingly got the fire underneath him right now. Luna does really well to win it back over Bosnich. And then McLaren just hits it first time. You know, he does put it on target. He probably does everything all he can do. But Birigitti does well just to parry it out. And now it's corner for Melbourne City. Can they add a second to the goal tally? Good high ball. Simon heads it away. Oh, Arena does absolutely awful there. Just not clears it. It's laid off now. Luna shots. Oh, another great save by Mark Birigitti. This time from Adrian Luna. Adrian Luna, who is a centre half? Doesn't look like a centre half. He is a midfielder. I don't know. I'm trying to see what thing, because obviously. Oh, they were showing a highlight, and Luna's nearly put it in the net, and Mark Birigitti's just made a lovely save. I think they're going to check it. We couldn't see it. There was a showing a highlight here. But Matt Birigitti's just made a lovely save. Corner was took extremely quick. It was a good cross in. Luna found himself in open space. And it was cleared. It didn't go over the line. Great save by Matt Birigitti. Some just instant reaction. Luna, I don't know how Luna's been allowed so much open space there. And it's a great save from Birigitti. Oh my god, again. Now it's Melbourne City again. Luna. Fist across. It's just put a... Negro just doesn't get it away. Just puts it back into his own box. And Melbourne City are going. And then not stop him. Wow. What an energetic start to this game. 13 games left for Carlisle. What I want, as many games as possible. And end the season strongly to see where we are at the end of the season exactly. But that's the thing. 13 games is a lot of games left. That's a great long ball over the top. That's an amazing ball through to Noon. Craig Noon keeps it in. It was a great ball by Metcalf. So Berenguer now outside the box. To Luna, who loses the ball. Then it's one back. And then lost immediately. De Silva now on the counter-attack. Plays it through to Matt Simon. And you know what? Clisby just is forced to hoof it long. And it's given away again. Mariners just can't keep the ball under the feet. And now it's another Melbourne City counter-attack. Noon to the wing. Noon cuts inside. And it's blocked and it's another corner for Melbourne City. I mean, Kyle has just said 1-1 please. Mate, the way this game's going, it's going to be a fucking rout for Melbourne. Mariners are just not defending. It's a great ball by Jameson to Noon. He's not going to go ball. Jameson just plays it through to Noon, who cuts on the inside. And Tonyik has to stick a foot out when it goes out for a corner. Craig Noon just baits him in, cuts it onto his right, goes for the shot. It's blocked well. But genuinely, the Mariners have not been there today. It's laid off. Jamison whips it in, defended by Matt Simon. The Mariners do get rid, but not as far. Naboot has played through. Luna squares it across, and it's another great block. That was a great block by Kyle Rawls. But Adrian Luna there. This is just again. No one notices him. It's a great ball through to Luna by... Who played that? That was Naboot. Plays through Luna, who squares it across, and Jim McCann just can't get at the end of it. It was a good block by Kyle Rowells. But Jesus Christ. Jesus, man. It's a good corner in. Matt Simon again has to defend the striker. Forced to defend because the defenders are clearly not doing the job. Metcalf to Naboot. Back to Metcalf. A lot of open space on this left. Looking to give it to Craig Noon. But it's all been Melbourne. Good, lovely long ball over the top. Finds Naboot, who lays it off for Luna. Back to Naboot. Luna's made a lovely little run. A lot of space for Naboot though. Plays it through to the midfield. To Metcalf. Berenguer tries to play through. McLaren. And Jamison has an absolute dig from outside the box. It's took a deflection and got for another corner for Melbourne City. Chris, I still support the manager all the way. He got us in a good position to start the year. I still believe he's a man. Players need to take full responsibility for being inconsistent. In fairness, Chris, if you've seen us, Jesus, man. We lost 4-2 and nil. Keith Curlball. It's not just for me. He doesn't start Dylan Bahambula, and it's just Jamison. Silva does really well to win it back. Ball played down to the wing. Danny De Silva is all by himself, and he just can't get it past. The Mariners just need to sort of calm this game down. But the way Melbourne are playing, they're not going to give him a chance. Like, Daniel De Silva is the only one up front there. He's not the striker. Arena sat back and had to defend. Matt Simon sat back and had to defend like a centre half. There's no one obviously lurking because it's just this consistent pressure from Melbourne. The runs from Melbourne, McLaren, Naboot, Luna, so many balls in behind the defenders. thing. And Bernal said, go on Central Mariners. Well, Bernal, if you root for the Mariners now, I wouldn't, because they really haven't been great today. Moises Blogger says, Courtney Vine is the best in Westfield W League. Sydney. I know the W League, that's the women's league. Courtney Vine. Let's have a look. Who did she play for? Wait, no, you said, didn't you? Plays for Sydney FC. I'll have a look. Court. Weird way to spell Courtney. Courtney Vine, there she is. One goal this year. Who she play for? Yeah, she plays for Sydney. Oh, she's a former Western Sydney Wanderers player. Naboot. Oh, that is lovely from Naboot. Metcalf. No one there. Genuine Melbourne City look like they could think. You take Bahambula. I think any team would be lucky to have Dylan Bahambula. It's mental though, he signs a contract extension under Harry Kewell. Well, he's not even under Harry Kewell because Lemberskam chooses his team. Yet, when Keith Curl comes in and Bahambula's not being used after signing a contract extension, he's genuinely just got called up to the Congo side. Obviously, I know it isn't hard to, I know the plethora of players isn't high. And genuinely now, it's Mariners' first chance at a genuine goal is Negro, who comes across and wins a corner. Could be a yellow card for someone here. I'm seeing what this is for here. Who's that for? It was for someone. The whistle went, but it's going to be a corner for the Mariners. Can Mariners just get a goal back? Good transmission. Great to hear. Transmissions. Corner's taken short. De Silva lays it off. Good ball in. Well defended from Melbourne. First time they've actually been asked to defend in this game. Ball over the top. Not dealt with by accident. It'll go out for another throw for Mariners. This is Mariners' best opportunity now. Bosnic got a card, by the way, but this is Mariners' best opportunity now, having to defend. Melbourne are forced to defend in this game for the first time in seemingly what seems the possibly 25 minutes. And I say that, and Craig Noon is on the wing counter-attacking. He cuts inside, loses it away, good defending, good... Oh, that's a great, that's great drive to win the ball back by Stefan Negro, who just comes across and... But comes across and gets the ball. Tongic. Lovely switch of play now. To Clisby. And De Silva wins the throw-in. It's taken quick there. Back to Tongic. Mariners need to just keep possession of the ball, but I think they need to get a goal just before this end of this first half. If they can get a goal just before, I think they're putting themselves in prime contention here. Just to get back into the game. De Silva through to Matt Simon outside the box, who takes an awful first touch. He's won it back though. Simon outside the box, lays it off for De Silva, who... it's a poor shot. It's a poor shot from De Silva. Just pokes it wide outside the box. And Christian said, AlphaTauri's surprise package in the F1. Ooh. I suppose every team you can't really say is a surprise pack. Genuinely, I think the Alfa Romeo. There's something in the back of my head that's saying the Alfa Romeos are going to do something. I don't know what it is, because testing, they didn't really do much. Do you know when you have to just that little feeling that something's going to happen with them? I just feel like Giovinazzi just might have a proper, not even breakout season, but just a season to really go, okay, I can do this. I can beat Kimi. I can prove that I'm a better driver at this point in my career than Kimi is now. So I like Antonio, and I feel like he can do something. I feel like this might be his year. The Mariners have took the throw in quick. They need to get a goal before this first half, and I mean the way they're playing now. Naboot. And it's going to be a free kick in midfield. Poor from Naboot there. And it's cleared, and the Melbourne City player just hoofs it away. And Naboot is going to be yellow carded there. Oh, it's not Nabutu, sorry. It's not Nabutu who gets carded. Matt Simon makes a lovely little run, but not used. 30 seconds left in this game. Can Mariners get one goal back? Giovinazzi under pressure to hold on the season, which might make him thrive. Exactly. Long ball over the top. The free kick comes in. He's still with the Mariners, but they've seemingly got no one there to help him. Rowell's now. Another long ball over the top. Two Melbourne City players there to clear it, and it goes off for a throw. And Metcalf getting a yellow card notice for when he basically oofed it long after the Mariners won a free kick. 2 minutes at a time though. Tell you what, the match has heated up around when it hit the 21st minute. The game really settled. Like Melbourne consistently attacking. They got the goal through Jamie McLaren. Not long left here. Things I genuinely don't know what Mariners need to do. I think Simon hasn't made the run. He's been forced to sit back, which is fine because Arena's there. But then Simon's first-time balls have been nothing short of poor. Hasn't found anyone consistently blocked by Melbourne, consistently intercepted by Melbourne. I don't know what you... If you're the manager, I don't know what you do. I don't know whether you make drastic changes or you keep as it is and hope that you get this lucky goal to get you back into the game. But it's a great ball to the wing. To Noon, back post! Oh! Luna was lurking at the back post. Adrian Luna. And it's a great flick away by Kyle Rowells. But it was Metcalf, lovely outside of the football to Noon. Great ball. Noon then puts a good ball in. And Luna is lurking, but good defending there from Rowells. Good little flick. There's going to be a corner for Melbourne that's tucked short. They rarely actually ever whip the ball in Melbourne. Jamison tries to play it over the top. And Noon can't get onto the end of it. Yuki Tsunoda is the driver I'm looking forward to seeing the most. So fearless. Yuki's great, isn't he? Yuki's really good. I mean, out of the rookies who you've got Mazepan, Mick Schumacher, UK. Williams is still the same lineup. Romeo, same lineup. Haas is Schumacher and Mazepan. I'm missing a team. Williams. Who's the sixth side? Williams. Alfa Romeo, Haas. Well, there's not really a sixth side. It's them three. By the way, half-time here. Jamie McLaren goal. Adding, I think, his 12th of the season for Jamie McLaren. Can't stop scoring. He's now the third all-time goal scorer in the A-League. And Jamie McLaren, great goal. Not carrying Melbourne. Melbourne have been the better side today, genuinely. But 1-0 up as it stands. Not convincing. I think if you're Melbourne, you're going to want one more goal. You really are. I think you don't want to be left uncomfortable. And that could be a worry if you don't come out the same way you were attacking in the first half. And for the Mariners, I genuinely don't know. I think Coolney might need to come on here for Matt Simon. Simon's been forced to sit back and defend. I feel like you're gonna want maybe for Arena, so you've still got another midfielder in there with Simon dropping back. I think you need that attacker who is consistently making runs. He might not get if you give him 10 opportunity. If you he makes 10 runs. You might only be able to play that ball once to him. But with that ball, he could put it in the back of the net. So I think if we do look at the changes, I mean, I think we'll do it in a second, actually. I'll just go get a quick drink. But I think I'd like to see Cool on. We'll look at the subs and see who can come on and make an impact for the team. But first half's going, it's a Jamie McLaren goal, which is all the difference. And now, back very soon. I'm just going to go hop and get a drink. Thank you very much. Oh. I might as well let the rest play on. There's only 5 seconds left. 1-0 as it stands. Melbourne City 1-0 up against Central Coast Mariners. Been a great game so far. Been a really good game. I like doing the little radio show breaks. It's really, genuinely, I don't know why, it's something so stupid but so fun. There's something about it which I like doing. But as it stands, Melbourne City 1-0 up against the Central Coast Mariners. A Jamie McLaren goal, all the difference. I just want to check that everything is okay. Yep, everything is alright. We're unmuted. We are unmuted. We're all good. Imagine if I forgot to unmute myself. But it's been a good game so far. Jeremy McLaren getting on the score sheet. The problem is, when you load up the scores, the teams on Google, Jeremy McLaren doesn't have a click page for some reason. You get 10 goals in 11 matches. I wonder if that has been updated actually. Okay, that's definitely not the Jamie McLaren I was looking for on his Twitter, but here we are. Yeah, 10 games, so this will be his 11th game, 11th goal. Unstoppable. The former Perth Glory, the Brisbane man, former Darmstadt man, former Hibs man. Did he? I don't think he actually ever played for Darmstadt. I'm just looking at the thing. He just only played for Hibs, but returned to Melbourne for 135 grand back in 2 years ago, and has been unstoppable since. If we just look at his stats all the way through the years, I mean, in fact, Melbourne were forced to make an early change, but seemingly that's really invigorating with Luna. But just look, last year, Jim McLaren played 23 games, 23 goals last year for Jamie McLaren. It just doesn't stop. Just doesn't stop scoring. He's an incredible player. Obviously, last year, Sydney FC won the league, obviously in the finals. But yeah, he doesn't stop scoring. He really does. I'm just looking to see, did he play in the Europa League? Let's just see. Oh, Europa League qualifying. Did he play 2 games? Didn't do much for the Hibs on his final seasons. Only scored 1 goal with 2 assists in 12 appearances. Scottish Premier League Mr. Under. What's that? That's the playoffs are. But yeah, seemingly didn't do much. But my God, since returning, 23 goals last season, 10 goals this season so far. We've still got nearly half the games to be played so far. So he genuinely he could probably double that total easily. And Ian just says, morning Ian. And Chris said, you named the rookies. I thought I did. Any more streams today? No, I don't think so. Genuinely, if you look at the football today, if I just search football on TV, so that's how we see what games are on TV. So what we do for Watchalong, there are 3 games on today. Melbourne City Mariners, which we're doing. Then you've got 1816 Munich versus Dynamo Dresden in the 3 Liga. And that's German football YouTube, so I don't know if we can get it. And you got Dusseldorf versus Bochum in Bundesliga 2. Unfortunately, Bundesliga 2 just doesn't cut it. And then on Wednesday, nothing tomorrow, but then on Wednesday we have Wellington Phoenix versus Melbourne Victory, Perth Glory versus Sydney as well, so that's a double watch on Wednesday. On Thursday, there will be no watches. We may do the England versus Switzerland. That's at 2 o'clock. We may have that. On the Friday, it will be the A-League mornings. Melbourne City versus Western Sydney Wanderers. Going to be a very fun game, that. Assuming Melbourne Sydney, if they could play how they play now, it would be a very interesting game. And then on that side, it'll be another tough one. I think we might do Perth Glory and Newcastle Jets as it's a late game. But apart from that, not much, because it's World Cup qualifiers and it's such a boring time in the season for us. But it just means we can have a break. On the Sunday, though, it will be F1. F1 will be back on the Sunday, which will be very fun. We may have that again, that under-21s game, if that kicks off at 8 o'clock, possibly, wait and see. Ty's just said, do you think Central will score this half? It's tough, innit? It's tough. Because I think they have got the quality there. Central do. I think, well, you know, you've said me, we can have a look at the lineups. I mean, if we look for the home side for Melbourne City, genuinely, don't need to change. They made that one change that was forced, which was Luna on for Riesch, and seemingly might have been the perfect change, if anything. He's so invigorated. He has made such an impact in that probably 30 minutes he was on. It's the balls through him and Naboot. Naboot is just playing him through with so much ease. He's running behind by Luna. Mariners just haven't been able to stop him. His crosses haven't tested much, but he's getting in and around there. And I think eventually, if you're giving him enough chances, he will score. He will get on the score, an assist at least. So yeah, I think that was a great change from thing. And then for away side, there's only one change I can see, and that's it's that Cool coming on. I think Luke Cool really is a bench player for Mariners. 6 goals in I think 10 appearances, but them 10 appearances I think have been all off the bench. Okay, move that wire from underneath me. I think Cool needs to come on. I think I would say for Urena, if anything, because I think Simon has done a really good job in terms of he hasn't been getting the ball up front. So instead of just sitting there and waiting, he's coming back to the midfield to try help win it back for the Mariners, whereas Urena is just sitting up front. He's just sitting up front and waiting for the ball, and unfortunately, it's not helping. I think you need a bit more of that pace in the attack of Cool, making a bit more of them dynamic runs in behind. So I would say I bring on a Luke Cool for Urena. But I'm not the manager. Obviously, Kyle's on the website. I'll do the promotion in a second. I expect a slight improvement from Ferrari from last season. Partnership should be good. I expect them to be back in challenge. I think it might be the 4th best side. I genuinely think... I think that battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th is going to be very interesting, because it's going to be obviously Ferrari. I think for mobs, because it's going to be McLaren, Renault, Aston Martin, Alpine, and then Aston Martin. I think them teams will always be in there, but don't rule out AlphaTauri being up in that mix, and then don't rule out Ferrari. Ferrari could still be that team there. I know the last season wasn't their year, but Mercedes will still win constructors, but Red Bull will be a lot more closer and stronger from last season. Verstappen and Perez, what a partnership should be. The thing is, I like Albon. I think I felt so sorry for him when he didn't get didn't get a seat for next year, but I understand why. Horner is ruthless, and if you've watched Drives to Survive all the seasons, he knows it. But at the end of the day, he's a businessman, and he wants to win world championships. And in the F1, you don't win world championships by being nice, and being nice to your drivers. There's a reason that Valtteri Bottas is always thing, because he's a good second driver. And the Drive to Survive Season 3 really makes you feel sorry for it. If you're not an F1 fan, and either you want to get into it or just give it a shot, watch Drive to Survive. It's perfect for new F1 fans. Probably for me and Chris, Drive to Survive really isn't an amazing show just in terms of, well, you know everything that happened on track. You more or less know. It's nice to see the little behind the scenes and sort of the drivers show a lot more personality. I think Bottas had basically an episode dedicated to him, and it was really nice to see. I think Valtteri really comes across a guy who really doesn't want to lose. He does want to beat Lewis to it, and I think sometimes he's been resigned to be that second driver, whereas I think he wants to thrive. And if you want to watch Drive to Survive, I'd really recommend doing it. And it kind of says also the draw for the FIFA tournament is on at Thursday, I believe, at 7 PM. I don't know the time, but yeah, I know Josh has been working his ass off getting stuff ready for that. So that draw will be on That draw will be on. It's because when it's in the morning, like, obviously no one's up. I mean, I have woke up KD and Kale many times doing when Kale's been back and when KD's just been here. I've woken up plenty of times doing the A-League watch along, and I do apologise, but it's the A-League, it's a great league. But yeah, Josh will be doing his the draw for the tournament, see who you get. So if you've registered, thank you very much. See who you get. We did this for the Euros, and it was very fun. I got England. I let the side down, I'll be honest. I think I only just made it out the group stage and then got knocked out in the first round in embarrassing fashion. I didn't cut the mustard. It'll be interesting to think. So obviously, not all the teams are in the tournament. So Krasnodar, Spartak or Dynamo. Basically, the Russian teams are not in it. So Josh has replaced them. So I think Basel are one of the sides. So I think Kieran also begged to put Mold in. I begged to put Slavia as replacements, but I think he's saving it in case they do the Europa League. But the problem is, I don't think you could do a Europa League, just considering that a lot of the teams are not in the game. Obviously, it's just a simple knockout tournament, but we'll wait and see what happens, because it could be very good, as this game will be getting back underway very soon. Just interviewing Kisnobo, the Melbourne City manager. Oh, lovely and cold. Have a quick glass of water. I need to go get some food. I might walk to Morrison's after this. I'll have a shower and then walk to Morrison's. I might go first, actually, and then get a shower when I get back. But this game has kicked off the second half. Hopefully, it has that energy and pace that the second half has. There's been a change for the Mariners. Ballard has come off and Janota has come on in that midfield. So I think that's just an out-and-out change, if I'm right. But just an out-and-out change in that midfield there. Ballard. Not Ballard. Max Ballard. Michael Janota. Yeah. Oh no, he's a winger. He is a winger, so I don't know how they change it. Maybe Nisbet comes in the midfield. By the way, I haven't seen Josh Nisbet this game. Been very quiet, the young 21-year-old. So this week I've been working on the F1 graphics. Do you know what I need to do today? I'm just talking to China. I've got a lot of stuff to do today. How was Bellard's debut today? Cross comes in, and it's caught well by Glover. I mean, Ballard has come off, didn't do much. I didn't realise it was his debut. Didn't really do much. Quite invisible in this game. But Melbourne City now have got a chance to build it up from the back. McLaren plays it through. Red Bull need to get ahead of. That's why I think the first race could be so interesting. It's at a track which is it's a strange one to start off the season, so it'll be really interesting. It's not as I suppose the season still starts early, but not having Australia to start off with is going to be very weird. Obviously, Australia is later on in the season. Probably if you're not an F1 fan, but maybe me and Chris talking can get you into it. But it's just, I think as I was saying on the other watch along, it's just good to have other tracks back. It's just got. I mean, Carl's just made me chuckle. Glad you didn't do the Europa instead of Champions, because Josh wouldn't have stopped billeting Dundalk. It just has a hatred for clubs, doesn't it? Istanbul, Dundalk. It doesn't. Also, we'll have the Europa League watchalongs in terms of the real Europa League and the Champions League watchalongs. Obviously, I haven't been on the channel all weekend. Obviously, I did the Metcalf though. Luna tries to play through McLaren, and it's blocked well. Metcalf lunges in, but Melbourne, ball's given away again by Mariners. Some lovely football, good defending there. McLaren could have found himself in behind. Then Kyle Rose just couldn't get his foot to it. I feel like Kyle Rose, for me, is one of them players where you have to say his full names. I don't know why. He's going to get a free kick in the midfield, though, Mariners. It's going to be a yellow card on Luna. But, it would just be good, because Chris, obviously, last year I did the F1 watch-ons for the first time, and it was just, we missed a few tracks, so it'd be nice to do Monaco, Baku, and Canada as well. Monaco, Azerbaijan, and Canada. It's outside the box. There. Cross comes in. Arena heads it back into the box and is cleared well. And it's offside anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. But it's just good to have a little bit of tracks back. I'm trying to think Hungary. Do we have Hungary? Yeah, we did have Hungary. We got a double header of Hungary. We're back at France now. Is it a Paul Ricard France, or is it somewhere different? It is at Paul Ricard. People obviously not a fan of that track. A good get, but Japan, Singapore, Japan, United States, Mexico, Australia, Brazil, obviously Saudi Arabia making the debut. I mean, controversial, but we move. And please can this game play over 3? I'm guessing you got over 3.5 goals. It could truck with over 3.5 goals. Yeah. Yeah, I'd love it over 3.5 goals. It'd make it a lot more interesting. It'd make it really interesting. But 1-0 as it stands, obviously that early first half goal from Jim McLaren. But Mariners have come out actually with a lot more intensities. And the foul was going to be given in the midfield. I think it was Matt Simon cluttering into the back of Metcalf. If I'm right, I think it could have been Griffiths actually. The strikers are actually sitting really deep. For Mariners, they will go. Matt Simon will go into further forward, but they were sitting really deep when Melbourne have got it in the midfield. Instead of sort of them waiting for maybe a last minute tackle. Jesus, look, there's so many. Jesus Christ, there's so many seagulls there. Wow, didn't even notice there was so many. Michael Zappone is the commentator. He looks like a good commentator. It looks like a Vic Joseph. I know, not a big reference, but Metcalf tries to play through, and that was James. That could be James to make the overlap. Great tackle by Metcalf. Oh, Metcalf. I thought Metcalf won the ball there, but it's given as a foul. I thought it was a great challenge by Metcalf. Okay, Metcalf does go in at the back. I thought it was just a 50-50. But Metcalf does go into the back of Matt Simon. But it's alright because Mariners lose the ball practically immediately. Also, I'm just trying to look. I can't find... Where is it? I don't think I can find it. Never mind. I was looking to see... I don't think I follow Melbourne on Twitter. Do I not follow Melbourne City? Where's their Twitter account? I need to follow them. There they are, Melbourne City. We're going to see what they're saying about this game, obviously. I also know what they said when Jim McLaren. I'm just looking... Ooh. I think that's Jim McLaren, who is fouled by Tonic. Probably deserved the yellow card earlier on, Tonic. Just the way he was playing. By the way, that is 90 goals for Jim McLaren in 136 A-League appearances. He is great, isn't he? Jerry McLaren. I don't want to say he carries the team, but he definitely helps it, we'll say. Definitely helps it for sure. But in fairness, some teams, they do just require that man. They sometimes do require that man. But could be a free kick. Gonna be whipped in. It's poor ball by Noon. Still with Melbourne. Luna plays the ball in. It's a foul in the back on Janotta. And you know what? He takes it quick. There's a bunch of seagulls on the pitch. Going to avoid them. Bozanic to Nisbet now. Finally getting involved in this game. Didn't really see in the first half. Move. Look out, birds. Look out. You're going to get hit, mate. Clisby, though. Arena. And no one gets on the end of it again for Mariners. Just no one can get the foot to the ball. There's a man gone down. And that's a Luna who obviously came on for the injured Riesch. And he did go down. Since he's come on, he's played really well, Luna. I'm seeing what's happened. Oh, not nice. Just knee on knee. It was on Bozanic's knee. It's just one of them shocker. Do you know when you just clatter your knee on something? It's one of them. It is just one of them. Quick drink. But Adrian Luna, 2 shots, two on target. He's played really well since coming on. So forced made that early change, Melbourne. But it's seemingly, I tell you what, it seemingly actually sort of played into their favour, if anything. They were forced to go more attacking, and it paid off. Maybe the Mariners need to do something like this. Nisbet switches it across. It's given away by Jack Lisbeth. Metcalf though. Can Melbourne struggling to get the ball. A good pressing game from Mariners. To Glover. Dangerous passing, but Melbourne that's really nice by Melbourne City to take it out of the back. And as Luna. Long ball over the top. There's so much open space. So much open space. Noon. Cuts it on the inside. Noon. Still Noon. Still Noon. Oh, just puts a bit too much hit to Jamison. Who does win a corner. He does win a corner, Jamison. Noon just puts a little bit too much in. The Melbourne captain couldn't get on to the end of it. Wins the corner though. It's a great ball over the top by Luna. It's a great ball over the top. And then the initial cross comes in. Noon cuts inside. Tries to lay it off through to Jamison. Who just not getting onto it immediately. And Jamison just kicks it off. I don't know who he kicks it off there. But he had so much time and space there, Noon, but doesn't do much with it. Corner comes in. Headed. Oh, good ball by. Headed away by Matt Simon again, who, genuinely, if you put him at, it's more like Mariners have had him at centre-back rather than up front, because he's done more in the defence than he has in the front. Luna couldn't get the ball through. Good initial tackle. Good opportunity for Mariners to counter-attack. Urena. Good little take by Bazanic. Oh, Clisby starts driving it forward, but he just takes an awful first touch. Naboot. Still Naboot. Naboot goes by himself. Good block by Tonyik. Oh, and the rebound is in. And it is. Who's puts that in? It was Nathaniel Atkinson, the fullback. Pulls in. It's a great finish. It's a really good finish by Atkinson. And you asked for over 3.5 goals. Well, you've got one. It starts from Jack Clisby, who's trying to create something for Central Coast Mariners. No one giving him an option. He gets challenged in the midfield. And then on the counter-attack, Debut goes for the shot. He's blocked by Tonyik, hits his knee. And then Atkinson on the rebound pokes in. It's a great finish by Atkinson. It's a really good finish from the fullback. It's a really good finish. And Ian, as I said earlier, it's A-League on Wednesday. Wednesday morning, we're back with the A-League. It's a great... Tell you what, it's a really nice finish by Atkinson. It's obviously Birigit is on the floor, so Birigit has covered, but from an awkward angle, he still has to get it on target, and he puts it in. And genuinely, that is all the Mariners' fault. Jack Clisby tries to take it from the defence. He does really well, in fairness. No one gives him help. No one gets out there. Move as a straight line. No one making a little run to create space. No. I just feel sorry for Jack Clisby there because at the end of the day, he's at fault because he's lost the ball in midfield. But no one helped him at all, and that's where the goal came from. Naboot then on the counter attack. And yes, it comes to a deflection to find Exon's feet, but I mean, it's on the wing now. If Mariners can get an early goal, cross comes in Benigro, and then it's cleared away. Cleared away. I mean, it's going to be in the midfield. Urena can't flick it on. I'm very surprised Urena's still on the pitch, you know. I'm really surprised he's on the pitch. Has done nothing today. Who's done nothing. I mean, the mental thing is, the Mariners have been a great side. The top of the league. The top of the league, but seemingly Melbourne City, Rowan thing, I'm just looking on Google, 4 wins currently on the balance. This will put them to 5. Long ball over the top though. Clisby can't get it under control. Good defender from Atkinson. With Genial though, it makes Friday's game even more interesting. Melbourne City versus Western Sydney Wanderers. It makes it second versus fourth. Simon though. Negro. To De Silva. Lays it off to Negro. Oh, and it's blocked. It's blocked, and then it's eventually clear. Miscommunication there from Glover and his defenders there. Glover calling for it, but it's cleared by the defenders and not his who was it to? It was too good. The main thing is, I haven't actually mentioned any of the Melbourne City defenders today because, well, they haven't been a thing. Negro keeps it in. It's a good crossing, cleared away. Naboo heads it away now. It's back with Mariners. Mariners enjoying a nice amount of possession eventually in this game. Some of them they haven't enjoyed this game so far. With these watchalongs, I never know where to put my game. So, like, I don't know, because I'm so used, basically, if I put the game on here, then I am looking closer to the camera, but then I'm looking past the camera. When it's on the right screen, I can have a look across, and also Streamlabs is on my right screen. If I put Streamlabs there, you know what, this might be a bit of a better setup. There we go. This could be a bit of a better setup because now I'm actually facing the camera. But it's a counter attack. McLaren can't get to the end of it. Well won back though. And he just found Jamie McLaren on the wing. It's Naboo lays it through to Atkinson. He's up there again. Tries to get it across. So many seagulls in and around. Jesus. Stuff you don't see often, which I kind of like, but Naboo's all by himself. He's done really well. Naboo! Great save. Flicked cross. McLaren, great save again. Birighitti does really well then. Makes a great initial first save from Naboo. And then the deflection, it's flicked back across to Jamie McLaren. It's an amazing, great palm by Birighitti. Great save by Mark Birighitti. And Simon can't get onto the ball. Jamie McLaren nearly adding a second to his goal total. Naboo outside of the foot. Great opportunity. Great first serve by Birighitti. And then it's flicked back inside the box and Jamie McLaren. Probably, do you know what? You would probably expect better. He puts it, tries to angle it down. Man, I'll just see so many seagulls. I don't know why. It's really off-putting. I never know what to do with my camera because I never know, because I'm mostly sat closer. Do I put it up? I need a bit of a better camera. Not even camera in terms of quality. The quality's good. It's just some camera, you can obviously add zoom to them, and that would genuinely help. Because I just like to zoom out, to be honest. So you actually sit, just so the ugly mug just isn't up in front of the camera like that. De Silva. Ooh, Stefan Negro there just fizzes it across the along the floor, and it's Griffiths who sticks a foul, but he nearly puts it at his own net. It does go over the crossbar, but he nearly puts it over his own net. Jesus. This is what we want to see, the quick, fast-paced attitude from the Mariners. This is what is nice. You want to see this attacking football from Mariners. Griffiths, sir. I'll load up the team score sheets there. It's crossed in. Lovely high ball. You expect Simon to win that. It's actually Tonic who wins it, but it's a foul given by Tonic. Given away there. Just a foolish challenge there from Tonic. A really foolish challenge. Mariners again though, Urena. All by himself, outside the box. Liz off to De Silva. Still De Silva outside the box. He's got no options. Now his fan got an option, but he turns it inside out for himself. Put across to the wing. Oh! I'll tell you what, that's really nice footwork from... And that's the substitute, isn't it? Yeah, Michael Gianotta. He goes for it, teases it up with the right, and just flicks it to his left. As a shot, it's deflected away for a corner for Mariners. But Mariners, the thing is, I said this earlier, Mariners do get back into the game. When there's been opportunities where they've started getting back into it outside the box. That is awful. That is awful from Bosnich. I think he goes to hit it on the half volley, and he just kicks it straight out of play. It's a really good opportunity, but Bosnich just... Tell you what, he goes for it, and I can't blame him. I really can't. When you're 2-0 down, you sometimes have to do the strange. Right, I'm looking. We had such a peak for some reason at... What time's that? That's just... It's like 9:07. We had such a peak for like 7 minutes. Don't know what happened in that space, that 7 minutes, but thank you to everyone that came in. Hopefully you subscribed. Hopefully you liked. I think we're so close. I think we need another 450. I think 50 more subscribers and we've hit the 2,000 mark, which is incredible for us. It really is. It's really good. Obviously, we're proud of it. We are proud of it. I think Josh puts so much effort into setting everything up. Like, if you don't know, Josh creates all the thumbnails. I mean, he has the preload, but he still has to always put the plays in. Always does the tests and stuff. So obviously, he always prepares. I always do the lineups. I tried something different today, just because sometimes it looks nicer taking their tweet and having the lineup, because they've got, to be honest, they've got a really better designs than us, and also when showing it fits the team, whereas. But you can't see the formation they're playing. But I know I've done so many watch-alongs where the formation shit is so much different from Google. By the way, Jeremy McLaren needs 2 more goals, and now he would be second in the A-League most goals. I mean, he's got a long man to climb. Berisha's on 142, so McLaren would have scored another 50. I mean, how old's Jeremy McLaren? He's 27. He is 27, so he would need to, in 5 seasons. He would need to get 10 goals, but if we're going off sort of record, 20 goals in last season, so if he gets 20 goals in the next 3 seasons while he's still young enough. I was looking, who did Matty Ryan play for? Was it Sydney? He was a Mariners player. I didn't realise it. I didn't know he was a Mariners player. Mariners, and then he went to Club Brugge for 6 mil. Jesus. Went out on loan to Valencia. Went on loan to Valencia. No, sorry, Club Brugge bought him for 113,000, which seems like a steal now, as Valencia bought him for 6 million. He went out on loan to Genk. Then Valencia sold him to Brighton for 5 million, and then he's currently loaned. But Naboot has just found himself in a lot of open space on the right. Naboot still, he goes for it himself. Greedy there. Greedy from Adrian Naboot. There's going to be a change, but he just uses his pace on the right side of the pitch. But instead of squaring it against Kyle Rouse, he goes for it. An impossible angle as Simon will come off, and I presume that's Luke Cool will come on, and also I think that's Urena also coming off for. Is that Hatch who came on? Or Daniel Bauman, sorry, not Dean Bauman. Daniel Bauman. But Luke Cool is on the pitch. Luke Qual, I think it's pronounced. 6 goals this season for the striker. The 19 years old. 19 years old. Can he get a goal in this? Could he sort of be the reason thing? Yeah. And Ikechukwu needs 2 more goals for you. But how much do you win, Ikechukwu? How many goals? How much money do you win? Oh, try to play it in behind. It's outside the box. Why does he go for the shot? Junota outside the box goes for it. He's got a man open. He's got Stefan Negro on the right. He's got Nisbet on the right as well. You see the Mariners fans there. 2 bustles. I mean, you know what? They might be losing 2-0. But they're being loud. And I suppose that's all you can want from the fans in an away game. De Silva flicks onto the wing. Thing is, all Mariners need is that one goal just to sort of ignite them. Tonjik though, ball out to the right, good ball to Shinotta, who finds Stefan Negro. He's got Shinotta in the midfield. As Kalu's made a run in the midfield, good ball through to Alukul. Just can't get onto the end of it, and it's at the end of the day, it's kept him really well by Melbourne and Craig Noon. Craig Noon giving away a foul there, I think. Oh no, winning a foul, sorry. Referee's just going to have a word with him. As the Mariners manager's basically, it was Noon who gave away the foul, as the Mariners manager there, screaming at the referee to do something. 20 minutes left in this game. Can Melbourne City get something from it? Love a little turn. It's on the wing. To Bauman. Bauman squares it across. And Glover does really well to command his box. And he comes out and collects on the floor. There's brighter signs for Mariners, though. Brighter signs, indeed. For the dark blue side today. I'm going to check that. Yeah, everything did update. It did update on the stream. We're all good. Tell you what, it actually looks like a nice day outside. Can't complain. It's one back in the midfield now. De Silva, though. It's still De Silva. Still De Silva. He's got no options. No one running with him. He has to do it all by himself. I do feel so sorry for Daniel De Silva. He's tried to create something for Mariners. And no one helping him. No one. Even none of the attackers are Cool or Bauman. Now, the game really slows down. Melbourne can get shape. I mean, Mariners can set up attack with Tonjik. Puts out to Stefan Negro on the wing. Plays a lovely ball through to Bauman. Puts a first time ball in. Outside the box. Bozanic. It's going to be laid off. Clisby puts the ball in straight into the hands of Glover. Straight into the hands of him. And, yeah, this game. Mariners just get... The genuine could score if they just attack. It sounds so simple and stupid. All they have to do is attack and they're just not. It seems so foolish. It's Berenguer all by himself. Lays it through. McLaren into the midfield. Oh. McLaren lays it off for Luna. And Luna, if he faces goal, he's got a prime opportunity. He's all by himself. Instead, he tries to take a touch and he loses possession. If he turns there, all he has to do is put it on target. Berenguer would have to make a lovely save. I mean, he's made a couple of saves this evening. Don't know how you say it. When you say that, do you say in terms of when you talk about the game, do you say... Because for us, it's this morning, but for them it's evening. But Naboot to McLaren. It's laid off to Berenguer. Didn't use Noon. I think he thought Noon was offside. But does eventually find Craig Noon. Still Noon. Lovely run in the midfield there by Jamison, but it's given away. Mariners can counter-attack here with Daniel De Silva. Who again is forced to go back actually. To Tonjik. To Bozanic. Obviously, don't forget, we will have a watch-along on Wednesday. That will be the double A-League. So one's at 8:05 with me. Again, taking the early shift. And then at 10:20, it will be with Josh. Mine, I think, I think it might be Victory Phoenix. I'll have a look. I think it's Victory Phoenix in it. I don't know why I'm asking you a lot. Yeah. Wellington Phoenix versus Melbourne Victory is Wednesday, and then Perth Glory Sydney is also on Wednesday. But the week after, we've got a couple of Thursday games as well. One Friday game, which is MacArthur. I realise, thank God. Please tell me 9th of April is a Friday. Oh, it is. Thank God. We've got a 10:05 game in 2 weeks' time. Genuinely, I really do appreciate a 10:05, like a 10 o'clock kickoff. It's late. I think that must mean it's probably like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock over in Australia. It'd be 9 o'clock, I'm pretty confident. So it's late on over there. So, but tell you what, it helps me, so I can't complain. What's happened here then? There we go, this is what I'm looking for. Not the most pleasant angles, but it keeps my posture correct. But nothing much happening here. A lot of time for Melbourne now. So much time for Melbourne. To Noon outside the box. To Berenguer. Noon. Oh, can't get it out from under his feet. Good defending there from Mariners. Now Mariners just need to go. Just need to go. That's the thing. They're not allowing themselves to push forward. They're really not. As Negro plays it through to Bauman all by himself. Back to Negro. Such an awkward name. I feel so sorry for commentators, but now it could be Melbourne City on the counter-attack. It's still Melbourne City. It's still Melbourne City. Jamie McLaren. Great block by Kyle Rowells. Again. He's been such a pillar of this defence for Mariners. He's been forced to defend for this side. He really has. It's laid off to McLaren. I think McLaren doesn't actually go for the shot. He goes to put it back across the goal. I think to Luna, who keeps on running. He does. I would have had a shot instead if I was Jeremy McLaren, but obviously he knows how to score better goals than me, and more goals at a higher level. I'll let him off. Oh, cross comes in. Now, ball's played through to the left. Oh, Nutmeg's one. Nutmeg's another. Oh, and it takes a deflection and Birighitti collects. That was lovely from Craig Noon. It was really nice footwork. Just Nutmeg's one. Takes it past another one. Hits it first time. You have to hit them. If you get a bit more power. Oh, Berenguer by himself. Good defender from Tonic. Mariners got a counter-attack here. Cole just doesn't get it. It's given away now. It's Noon. Cole just leaves it. Ball Noon to Luna. Just can't jump up and get it. This game's got to have another goal in it. There is going to be a change. It's going to be a Garuccia. Ben Garuccia, who's going to come on for Craig Noon, who's had a great game today, has had a really good game today. Will come off, make way for Garuccia, which is a great name. It's a really good name. But Craig Noon had a really good game. I love Coyle there. It's all his fault. He doesn't push. He expects the ball to come to his feet, and it's good saying there's going to be a change from Mariners. I think that's Stefan Negro coming off, and Hall is going to come off, which is thank God for me, because such an awkward name. But Chris, I'm back now. Was just one of my F1 season predictions. I'll give that a read because it'll be interesting to see where you've put some drivers. It'll be very interesting where you put some drivers. Hall though. Ooh, good defending there. How many corners has there been in the game? Give me 2 seconds, Chris. I'll find out for you. Football. Tell you what. Whack a quid on this game to end a draw. Get 33 quid. Corners. No, be under stats, won't it? There have been Chris, I can't tell you. 11 corners there have been in the game, Chris. 11. I need to do an acra as well for this week. No, there's no football. Shut up, Rowan. No football. Oh, so you need 2 more goals to win $5,000. Oh, Garuccio fouls Hall there. Daniel Hall there. Fouled in the back by the other sub, Garuccio. Tonic though. Switch it across. How many corners do you need, Chris? Or is that just... I'm guessing it's for a bet, I would presume. And I mean, for a Ikichunkwu, it needs 2 more goals for $5,000. Mate, if you get it, well done. Well done. I don't know what bet you would have to win $5,000. I know the currency is probably different, so depends on which you put on a bet. I suppose if the odds are 5-1, you'd put $1,000 on. One ball over the top. Hall. Lays it off. Back to Hall. Mariners. They don't look like a side who were first. This bit slips, but Hall gets it back. Bosanic. Turning his head out. Good pressure from Melbourne. Tongik though. They need to go forward, Mariners. They're just sitting back in their own half, and I say that now. It's Hall on the wing. But a lovely ball in behind. Squared across by Bauman. Cole's gone down. It's a shot in the box. It's a great block. It's a great block. The referee says no. I think this will be checked by VAR probably when it goes out of play next. They are having a chat to the 4th official. Because Cool does go down screaming. I'm just going to see in the replay here. Oh. I think he's not on purpose. He slips. And does take out Cool. Very interesting there. See what the referee says. He's not here today, Chris. VAR is checking this, by the way. He's not here today. It's too early. I don't know. You made me chuckle yesterday, Chris. I'll give you that. With the Liverpool comment after the Chelsea stuff, you made me chuckle. As Melbourne just not getting rid of it here. Now Melbourne will go. Hall. Bosanic lays it off. Bauman will put the ball in. It's a good ball. Cole doesn't win it. And Glover keeps the ball in play here. VAR is still checking it. I'm guessing the way. And now he's going to go over to the monitor. It's eventually going to hit his goal. That's why. True. This could be a penalty for Mariners here. Could have a prime opportunity to get back into the game. I don't know, mate. I don't know if scores are back. I think he slipped there. Who was that? It was uncool. It was 18. It was Metcalf. Connor Metcalf, he doesn't get the ball. Cool gets a touch of it. And then Cool is brought down in the box. This is going to be a very tough decision here for the referee to make. Because if I'm the referee, Metcalf does slip, but it does take out Cool. Interesting. I think you can't actually see it on the small screen, so I think they're looking at a big screen here. Oh, there we go. They finally got a screen that's working for him. It'll be interesting to see what the call's going to be made here. This could be a penalty for Mariners, and he could give them a prime opportunity. Go on, Mariners, get this on his 5,000. 5,000. Needs one more as well, doesn't he? He didn't know. No penalty given. I think they're just saying he slipped. I think he's going to talk to Bosanic. In fairness, I think it's is it Charlie Metcalf? I presume Charlie Metcalf. Connor Metcalf. Connor Metcalf just slipped. And but I don't know. It's one of them ones because Metcalf is coming in to make the challenge. He slips takeouts and does take out cool. I can understand why it's not being given. I think the Mariners coach has just been given a booking. Drop ball and Glover will pick it up. I mean, a truck who needs 2 more goals for $5,000. But Glover will hoof it long. And you know what? It's found Melbourne again. Really haven't been the side they were in the first half. Obviously, they did score. Good first time ball. Straight into hands of Bidigita, who will go straight away. Lovely. Plays it through onto the wing to Nisbet, who's got a bit of time and space. We'll use that to Bauman, who turns himself inside out. And then he loses it away again. No options for him. Surrounded by 3 light blue players there. Bauman, he was just all by himself and his lonesome, loses it, but Tongic does really well to win it back. I think Mariners have had a better second half with, I mean, Atkins scoring the 56th minute, but I think past that, in the past 20 minutes, Mariners have really come into the game. I think it's just too little too late, unfortunately. And I assume it was the Mbappe to Liverpool confirmed as LeBron James as a Liverpool fan and best mates from coincidence comment. It made me. It was just the thing of. I think Haaland could go to Chelsea. I'm not denying it. It was just the rumour. Well, he's followed him on Twitter, and then you know what I mean. I think Haaland is leaving in the summer. I think Dortmund will cash in. I don't know if he's unhappy, but him storming off from the tunnel. But as a striker, at points I can understand why you are annoyed at a club, and I think Haaland does deserve more, don't get me wrong. But you're the main man. You've got to score. He's had opportunities before where he hasn't put it in or he hasn't chased the ball. And yes, I don't think he's got the quality that Erling Haaland should have around him. And I do think that he would have left with that release clause next year. I think Dortmund will cash in on that. I don't think if teams are going to really want Haaland, they're not going to wait. They will pay over his release clause. And Dortmund know that. And I think if you go on the sports-corner.com, you can look at the Dortmund article I did. Atkinson, lovely driving there from the fullback. It's cut inside by Nabu. It's Garuccio. Puts the cross in. Oh! It's a great opportunity by Atkinson to get his double. But it's a great block there. Apologies if you can hear the airplane. Haaland might leave just now when Chelsea fans think it's a guarantee. Genuinely, I think the only way he's going to Chelsea is if Chelsea somehow spend the money, or it's a triple change for Melbourne. But I think it'll be if Werner goes on a swap deal. I don't think Werner leaves. You've got your striker. You just need him to find the form. Timo Werner is talented enough that he can win you games. You've just got to be patient. And let's say at the end of next season, he really doesn't, and Haaland is still available for his release clause, put the offer in. Put the offer in, because who cares what will happen there? But I'm going to wait for all the changes to go through before I say them all. Andrew Nabout is coming off, though, who's had a great game. 4 shots, 2 on target. And then also another man coming off, Berenguer. Had another man, the attacking, so the front 4, really, of Melbourne. Oh, stranger, but Melbourne as well. But stranger is that's Luna who's come off, as I think Nisbet is also going to come off. Unless I think that might be Danny De Silva actually who's coming off. It is going to be Casella who will come on, but the changes. If I refresh here, it's going to be Galloway, Subake, and Kologowski. There we go. Kologowski come off, and Adrian Luna as well. And that's going to be Nabout, Berenguer, Luna. Oh yeah, and Luna coming off, sorry. And then on the Mariners side, it's Casella who will come on for Daniel De Silva. How much do you think Dortmund want for Haaland? As soon as Dortmund wanted, I think it was 120 mil for signing. They'll want a lot. They will. It's very strange, obviously. What do you think about Harry Kane? Obviously, Harry Kane, Spurs are going to want a lot. If Bernardo's still here, I think you can give us a thing again. Spurs will want a lot. I think Spurs want over 100 million, which is fair enough. But when Erling Haaland's release clause is 60 million, do teams wait a season? And I think they'll want over 100 million. Obviously, not all up front. I think they'll want maybe 50, 60 up front. I think they'll want his release clause up front and then additional add-ons. I think they'll want Macari's behind, good defender from Tonic. I think they'll want either a sell-on percentage or they're going to want a bit. I think it'll be in excess of 100 million for Haaland, which I think is what you deserve. But I thought it was an awful challenge at first there, wasn't it, on Jack Clisby? 4 minutes of added time in this game. But although it's took nearly full 9 minutes for us to genuinely have a really good chat about football. I know it's obviously about dominant, but on the website I did something. I was like, who is Dortmund's next striking option? And so, as Hall is on the wing. So I went who they've got. So they've got Tigesh, Mukoku, and Haaland. So if Haaland stays, he's there striking next year. I think Mukoku is young enough, but he just needs to have time. And Stefan Tigesh just doesn't have that quality, but he may be a transitional striker for maybe the first games of the season while they're still ironing out an actual striker. Bernardo says that's a right shot. If Kane leaves, I understand, but I hope he doesn't. I want Ivan Toney of Brentford as a backup. Would it be as a backup then in hopes of him becoming a starter, Bernardo, or just as a because I think he could go to a lower side and be a starter consistently, Ivan Toney. I think it's crazy the amount of money being spent on young players. Yeah, they're good, but they're not. Money talks, doesn't it? Money is the aim of the game at the end of the day. And it's so much money, but it's how teams win leagues. Haaland will be able to win a team a league or win a Champions League. Doug, I think he is, for me, one of the best players in the world right now. I think everyone will agree. Even in an underperforming Dortmund side, he's excelling. Yes, someone said about Dortmund's one-man team, and they are. I think Dortmund can admit as Mariners are playing very close, playing it out the back football. Does actually really well to get it out. But yeah, I think they're a one-man side, Dortmund. They are, don't get me wrong. But if Haaland leaves, there's a lot of money there to invest. Memphis Depay is a free agent. If you can pick up a Depay as a striker for a year to year, let Mukoku learn under Depay. I think if I can by then Mukoku could be 18. I think Depay, I don't know. Long ball played over, Birighitti will catch it. But I think I would like him to be a starting time. Learn from Kane and excels from there. It's all to do with Kane. Kane has come out and said he wants to play like Messi and Ronaldo, and unfortunately you have to win trophies. And is he doing it at Spurs? I think the Spurs team have got... I watched the video. I think for Spurs, Daniel Levy's got a decision to make. Is it Harry Kane or is it Mourinho? And yes, it's Jose Mourinho. He is a legend. He is an absolute legend. Oh, I see the Kolikovsky's hand there. Nearly another opportunity. What's Kyle said? I'm sorry, Haaland is. Haaland is not worth 100 mil. If Dortmund won that, you get 4. I don't think you get 4 or 5 because that's 20 million each, and unfortunately, the market is always inflated. I think one thing you've got to take into account for Haaland is in a poor Dortmund side, he's on 20 goals. Put him in. Imagine putting him in a Real Madrid, where they need some players. Maybe I don't think they even need his friend. They need left wing, but put them in that Barcelona side. Put them in a Liverpool team. Put them in a Manchester City team. He will get plus 25 goals. He's 21. I think he's young. He's 20 actually. I put Garland, but a lot of credit to Haaland. He's on. Hold on, where is it? 21 goals in the Bundesliga. He's 20 years old. He'll be 21 in a couple of months. The investment on that, genuinely, you spend 100 million, 60 million up front. Let's say 60 million up front, 40 in add-ons. That is nothing in nowadays football. It is a lot. It is a lot, don't get me wrong, but 60 million up front is nothing. And the 40 is gradual. Teams won't notice the 40. He has got, let's say you get him, because you'll get him when he turns 21. You've got 9 years of Erling Haaland. He will make you the money back. Good defending there from again, Kyle Rowles, the man who really has stopped this game from being an absolute rout. Has stopped this game from being 5-6-0. He's had a great game today. Great defending. But yeah, he's got 9 years. You will have 9 years of Erling Haaland. You're going to make that money back. He will win you. He will win your leagues. He will win you European competition. I genuinely do think that. And he's not staying at Dortmund. I think if Dortmund get him for one more season, great. If they don't, I don't blame Haaland leaving. I don't blame Dortmund for taking the money early. And the whistle's going to be blown immediately. And Melbourne City win 2-0. Comfortable victory. I mean, at the end, we didn't really talk about the game. Nothing much happened. But 1-0 to Melbourne City. And in what was a convincing game, it was. I think Mariners didn't really look like they were getting into the game, to be honest with you. I think I do think that they could have done a lot. I'm not going to say better, but they underperformed is what they did. They really did. But thank you to everyone who joined me today. It was a very calm watch on. Genuine. Thank you to everyone. I've just seen the thing playbacks. Genuine thank you. There'll be no more watch-alongs today. There'll be no watch-alongs Tuesday, but Wednesday morning we'll have two. We'll have at 8:05, 1 A-League, then at, I think, 10:10. No, 20:10, we'll have the other A-League watch-along. That'll be with Josh. On Thursday, we've got the Champions League draw, the UCL simulation. That draw's happening on Thursday. Friday, A-League mornings. We may have some, keep an eye on the Twitter. Obviously, these are on social media, so if you're already still on the YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, notification bell and all that. Twitter at @_topcorner to see when we go live, see when we're doing the same draw, see if we end up doing the under-21s game of the Euros. Kyle's just linked it there perfectly, thesports-corner.com. Don't forget to go check out the website. The content, there's not as much as there would have been up the previous weeks, but there's still content going to be going up in there. Maybe not as consistent, but there'll still be stuff. Instagram, the _sportscorner_. Don't forget to check us out on there. Because we're so cool. Click the wrong thing. Oops. Click the wrong load out there. Didn't mean to click the F1 one. That'll be back soon though. Cider. F1 Watch On will be back. Which will be very fun. But thank you very much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you Wednesday morning at 8:05 for Wellington Phoenix versus Melbourne Victory. Bye bye.